Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of
Be like that with the dog on my foot.
with the dog laying down in the bottom of the room and doing all that fun stuff. Sorry for the little bit of intro mess up. Somebody had sound on another screen while we started to do the recording. I don't know who it was.
It was.
Might have been
have
that
no
that person
idea.
over there.
I dropped my cap. It's underneath your chair.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, why don't you say hello, everybody? I'll get your goddamn cap.
Whatever. We can wait. But hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of It Be Like That. We got. Is it me or do I sound like low?
You are a little low.
Hello.
Oh, I bet you it's something else on this stupid board with the stupid cat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That's
Wow.
way better.
Way better.
I mean,
hey.
I don't have a very loud voice as it is.
I mean, you don't. No, not at all.
I mean, I've never been told that I was loud ever in my life.
Never.
Never.
I've never had to turn you way down on this board.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I find it odd that you're drinking tonic water.
Tonic water is
Straight up.
fucking delicious.
It's only good for mixing with drinks.
No.
Yeah.
Tonic water by Canada Dry. Not a sponsor, but should be.
It should just be friggin', gin in there with it.
Well, I mean, if I had some gin, I'd put it in.
A little bit
there,
of
but
lime.
It has some, it contains,
Contains 1% fruit juice.
oh shit.
Like my fucking Fresca downstairs.
Look, these are also good little known secret. If you're having cramps, good for it.
A little bit of tonic water will help the cramps.
Yep.
So when you're on your period for the month.
Yeah, bitch. I mean, ladies.
Oh, I was talking about you.
Oh, well, I don't have that problem, so.
What? You don't bleed a little out your ass every month?
No, never.
Well, not because of that. just because of after we have crab. That's what,
It was worth it.
oh, I swallowed too many shells last night.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh, good Lord. Well, that's the problem with the body and like having to break through it. Luckily, it's like very, soft
Yeah.
shells at that point, but I can't imagine like breaking through the legs and then having to, can't quite get that little piece out. And then the next day, you're a little compacted, and so you're pushing, and then just a little piece of shell. Whoosh.
And then the ghost of that crab shows up and says, with his claws, "Fuck you."
Just you get up, look in the toilet, and there's just a fucking claw sitting right there.
Like, damn, did I really swallow a whole fucking claw? So if you don't know what we're talking about, last night we went to a crab feed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, we got to see Brother Ben. Haven't seen him in a long time.
One of the other effects of drinking tonic water.
It helps with crabs.
It's really bubbly.
It's bubbly. Okay, I thought we were still on crabs, and tonic water help you get rid of crabs.
No.
You gotta hit him with the spray.
You got crabs, you just pour it on your junk. Maybe they'll like the bubbles.
No, it's just like the weird parts of the ocean. And of course, they have to have their hands in the claw motion. No.
Yeah, we got to see Brother Ben. That was awesome because, yeah, you're right. It's been a minute since we saw him. And Jeremy and Nilo Angelo 420 was there.
Yeah. Well, Angelo,
you give him some love on Twitch.
Gotta call him by his username. Can't call him by his real name.
Asshole?
No. Be quiet. That asshole has to drive with us out to Modesto in a bit.
Yeah, but you're driving, so.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. Well, he might call shotgun. You never know.
I already called shotgun yesterday.
You can't call shotgun until you've seen the car before the trip.
Shotgun.
You can't pre-call shotgun.
Shotgun
a
right
day
now.
before. You don't see the car. You're going to have to leave the room,
I could
go
picture
outside.
it where it's at.
You could picture it, but do you physically see it? Is it there?
Yeah.
With
Zach,
the 2 and 2?
can I call shotgun?
No.
Lie there if that's okay.
No, he's saying no.
See?
He's showing you his ass, so that obviously means no.
Well, that's better than what Frieza just did to me. Well,
What, you piss on your face?
He jumped on my lap, wanted to be pet, then he walked around me, and then sits on stands in front of my face, puts his nuts right by my face.
Well, that's because you got to fix him.
Well, we are soon.
Oh, Angelo says that's super asshole to you.
That's right. That's right.
Super asshole. You can't call shotgun until you see the car before you go to the trip. That's the rules.
Well,
I don't
whatever.
make the rules.
Hey,
Them's
Angelo,
the rules.
shotgun.
I could have been like, Angelo called it shotgun 3 days ago, and then what would you do?
He didn't even know you were going to drive 3 days ago.
Yes,
so.
he did, because I said I was going to drive. We have text messages back and forth saying that I was going to drive.
Oh, you guys got secret text messages
no,
without
it was between us.
Oh, I wasn't paying
You're
attention.
included. Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, I was at work.
Yeah, you okay? Because you're the one that started the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. It was on Twitch. Okay.
Oh, see? It was on Twitch.
But nonetheless,
Bullshit.
there's a VOD.
Check the VOD.
Yeah, check the VODs. But, that's the way it is. No, maybe he called shotgun on Twitch. Maybe that works.
You know what would be really funny? If Mary joined our chat and she doesn't even join Angelo. Hi, guys. Oh, hi, babe. You're in here, too?
Oh, I can't believe that you're here, eh?
I can't believe that you're here, eh? And Mary's also she's Canadian.
Canada. All of a sudden,
same shit.
She's become the entirety of Canada. And she'd still leech on Angelo, even with all the money that the country would have.
Well, speaking of Angelo, he did. speaking of Angelo and the crab fee, he did win some wine in the wine glasses.
He did. He won Mary some wine in the wine glasses.
Shit.
He's the only one that won anything last night too.
Yep.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yep.
It was off by like 2 or 3
that fucking
numbers.
table behind us was winning shit every fucking second.
The one dude, he had like 3 cards, and he was just breaking them all up and just constantly dropping them in. I'm like, you spent $60, and I don't even think that guy was one of the guys that won anything. I think all his other friends, and one of the other guys won the fucking smoking bourbon kit.
Yeah, fucker, should have jumped him.
Should have. On the way out, should just had Ben showed up. I heard you like smoking things.
Guess the fuck what? You're not drinking that tonight.
But we were on the fat guy end between
God.
Jeremy, myself, you, and Ben.
At least we were on the end, but Jesus, man,
Yeah.
like they packed those tables. Like they could have added a couple more tables and spread people out a little bit more.
Right.
But the fact that we had that aisle, me being
There
cocked,
was a little bit of space on.
Yeah, it made it a little bit
I get
easier.
But still, like, just imagine they're like, "Oh, this is your seat, right in the middle," and it's like, guys, do you know who you're dealing with?
Yeah, we shut that fucking place down with how much crab we ate. Oh, you thought you were bringing crab home tonight? Not.
I love that kid that kept coming by and he was just like, "You guys want more crab?"
That's my cousin.
No.
He's doing his job.
I know he's doing his job, but you see the buckets, Indy. You see we're still fucking feasting on crab, and Angelo's, yes! Yes! Yes!
Leave him alone. It was his first time doing the crab.
Oh, yeah.
feed.
See, the round tables would be great. Crystal was talking about they used to have round tables.
Yeah.
And that you could have those. That would be so much. You could fit more people, I feel, on a round table just because there's a little bit of extra space because you have to go in those angles, around the circle.
Well, usually when my uncle used to do all the preparing of all this stuff, it was a lot better. So he just said he's not the president anymore. He doesn't have any. He just cooks, shows up and cooks. That's all he's worried about.
I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna use the sauce.
And he won a fucking TV.
I can't believe he won that fucking TV too. That's hilarious. But really, it's some of those things. They really like. If people weren't like, so many people were not claiming the prizes for whatever it was because people, I get more or less, didn't want it. I'm like, even if I won the fucking golf balls, I would have gone up and be like, hey, at least I won something.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to claim that because I'm gonna like. If you put your tickets in multiple things, you're still gonna get it. But then they would just hold on to the numbers rather than be like, okay, nobody's claiming it. I'm just gonna do another one. Like, they should just do another pick. Hey, if you don't claim it by the third one, you don't win anymore, and your ticket's taken out of this drawing. Here you go. We'll just get the next one down the line. And even at one point, he's like, he was like, blah, 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 33, and I'll take 32 or 31 as well. So if any of you guys, like, have these ones.
I think a couple times when they were doing some of the, like, the little golf bags and whatever,
right,
they were saying, when we picked this one, the 2 next to them would get it also.
Okay.
That's why. It was like, cause they had so many of those like little things that instead of doing each individual one, there's a way to get rid of them a little faster.
I guess so, but they should have gone down to 30.
They should have fucking. I should have got picked for that pizza set or that pasta set.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like because Crystal showed me that one thing that pizza oven, that Ninja pizza oven, and I was like, man, I'm kind of debating it because it'd be nice to have to do your own little pizzas every now and then. Yeah, but you got to do it. But I'm like, where the fuck would I put it?
I don't know. Get rid of an animal. I don't know.
Yeah, just put it right there where Luna's sitting over there.
$1 million idea.
Oh no, I don't like your $1 million ideas.
Set it up here. Set it up here because you have more space, and then the brothel room / pizza parlor, bitch.
I knew it.
Get ass, eat pizza, leave, double the profits. Boom.
Oh my god. You know, there's one flaw in that.
What?
There's not going to be a fucking brothel room.
Well, see that? I need money. $1 million ideas. I'm dropping them right now.
Until the cops come by after they find out that this is.
And then they come up here and say, "No, it's a pizza place." What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, it's a pizza place that people are just fucking for money.
No, I don't know they're fucking in here.
Like, how do you not know?
Because it smells like pizza instead of pussy.
No, it's gonna smell like pussy pizza. Is what it's gonna smell like. Which sounds like a fucking sex move. This is
a new invention I made. It's called catfish pizza.
That just, I mean, anchovies on pizza are bad as it is already.
Actually, it's not that bad.
Oh, I don't like anchovies on pizza. I'll do clam. You know, clam on pizza is pretty damn good.
I've never heard clam on pizza.
You've never had clam on pizza?
No.
Oh, it's good. That Pizza My Heart makes it. They make a clam and garlic.
Well, where the fuck is there a Pizza My Heart around here?
The closest one that I can think of off the top of my head, I think, is Palo Alto. It used to be in Santa Cruz, okay? So that's where we'd go get pizza because it was super cheap over there in Santa Cruz.
Like Crystal just agreed with me.
None. Right. Ask them get pizza, or I thought she was talking about anchovies.
Oh, no. Look, I'm not going to go out of my way to get anchovies. But my dad used to get it all the time, and I would try it every once in a while. It's not that bad on pizza.
See, I did it on accident once because I thought I clicked on artichokes, but I accidentally clicked on anchovies. And then the pizza showed up, and I'm like, where the fucking artichokes at? And then I looked at my receipt, and it's anchovies. And I was like, no, I didn't order that shit.
Mr. L.
And then I went back, and it was anchovies. I was like, son of a bitch.
Like my dumb ass when I thought I was picking pepperoni pizza, and I hit create your own and got a cheese pizza like a 5-year-old. Hi, welcome to my 5-year-old's birthday party. Have a piece of cheese pizza, you fucking loser.
Well, that's how Chuck E. Cheese makes all their money. You know, kids only want cheese. They don't want, like, good stuff.
Yeah, it was a donut for sure.
But you still had pizza. And there's not really bad pizza.
I mean, I ate it, but I'm an adult. I don't want cheese pizza.
I'm an adult!
I threw it on the ground. So, real quick, Mr. L.
Like Crystal did to the lasagna?
Yeah, threw it in the oven. Mr. L, since you're in here, your thoughts on anchovies on pizza?
It's anchovies.
Yeah. Well, you know. I mean, I guess it just makes it a little saltier.
That was the whole thing. Like, I was able to get through, like, a slice or two, and I was like, this is too much. It's just...
Oh, I never had it. You try it? Yeah. Well, see, my dad, they don't do it no more at Round Table. Well, my dad used to get, I don't think so. I think they got rid of it.
That's where I ordered it last from.
Oh, how long ago?
Maybe, it's probably like a year.
Maybe I have to look to see if they have them again. I thought they got rid of it. But what he used to do is he would order, like, we get our pizza or whatever, and he'd get himself a small everything with anchovies and shrimp.
Oh. See, the shrimp I haven't seen on pizza. That's like a Japanese thing to, like, do shrimp on pizza.
Yeah.
Is Ace at the little gate trying to get out?
He's trying to fit through the hole.
Yeah, no, he's trying to go downstairs is the problem.
Yep. So I think he's stuck. Oh, no, he got out.
Well, no, he at least he's back over here.
I do like pineapple on pepper.
This has been brought to you by dogs trying to escape the upstairs.
Shrimp on pizza doesn't sound appetizing.
Shrimp on pizza is interesting.
Oh, I love olives on my pizza. I like getting, sometimes if I don't want like a supreme or all meat or something like that, I'll get like just sausage and olives. We should hit the food news one.
You want
Ooh, food news.
Well, I don't have that one. I only have which didn't want to work.
You gotta finger it right.
Food news. like that. Even with the fact
I'm in the toppings going through.
Deluxe is a good go-to. Yeah, usually for me it's all meter or a deluxe or something like that with all. Huh?
I guess they don't. Maybe it was Mountain Mike's that I got it from.
Maybe.
Yeah, Round Table doesn't do that anymore. Yeah.
Speaking of food,
just
crab feeds and stuff, I got 2 tri-tips today. And they're
nice.
marinating right now.
Marinating
I know you're not. I know you're not going to come over tomorrow because you'll be watching the game by yourself.
Well, most of the game. I'm still a little pissed off about that, but you know, I can't not go because he paid for the ticket.
You didn't ask him to.
Well, it was a Christmas present.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't. Of course, I didn't ask him to. He just.
I was trying to get you tickets for the game.
I know you were trying to. If you had actually got me tickets for that game, which it's going to be a nice day tomorrow, so we're not going to have the rain and everything like that. You know, I probably would have said, "Dude, I'm sorry. I will pay you for the ticket."
Yeah.
But I was gifted NFC Championship game.
I was trying to, because I was telling him, I was like, if you're not going to go, I know someone who wants to go. Yeah. So, but
yeah,
I might text him tonight and just see what he says.
Oh,
because it's probably just a QR code, anyways.
Well, probably it's probably the instant transfer. You transfer from app to app and stuff like that. I'm rooting for the Lions.
I'll be rooting for the Lions myself.
The whole country is rooting for the Lions, which is, and it's just because they want the Cinderella story, no other reason. Well, I know why you.
And look at the teams that have been in the last few years.
Right.
So,
but the Niners haven't been like.
But I mean,
in this stage for a long time.
What are you talking about? Was it like?
So the last one was 2019. That was kind of the start of everything getting better.
Yeah.
But look at everything before that. From basically the last Super Bowl appearance to 2019 when we were there.
Yeah.
It was shitty fucking years. And everybody's just looking at it right now. Oh, the 49ers, I hate them so much because they're so good. Like, everybody that they brought on the team have been drafted by the team. Like, that's the thing.
Well, honestly, though, the last few years, it's been the same team. So that's what it is.
Well, yeah, I get it. And Detroit hasn't been to a Super Bowl before. And Detroit is this Cinderella team with a story with this really good head coach that's there. I get it. And the thing is that if Detroit wins, I will be rooting for Detroit. Because I don't want the Ravens winning a Super Bowl. I definitely don't want the fucking Chiefs. And the rematches that people are going to want, they're going to want the Chiefs and Lions, if that happens, because that was the first game of the season, right? Or they're going to want the Chiefs 49ers because that's a Super Bowl rematch. Or the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl rematch.
But, you know, I forgot what I was going to say now.
I don't know. Because I hadn't finished my...
I thought you've been going and gone.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it was. You want the Ravens to be there. I mean, Ray Lewis can come back out, do the...
Yeah, so I can say, where's the suit, Ray?
Anyways, what I was trying to say before you went off, and I said you'll be here watching the game,
right?
Is I'm going to make tri-tip, cook the tri-tip, and then I'm going to put them on a sandwich.
Oh, nice.
So I'll bring you one over.
Are you going to grill that sandwich?
Yeah, I'm going to toast the bun, and then I'm going to make a garlic aioli sauce to go on it.
Oh, look at you getting all fancy.
Yeah.
Gonna whip up some eggs and throw in some garlic and...
No. Eggs.
Yeah. You're making mayonnaise. That's what an aioli is.
No, I'm going to use mayonnaise.
Oh, you're not going to make it from scratch?
I'm not going that far on scratch.
Oh, come on.
I found a recipe to use and already just mayonnaise, so.
It just says mayonnaise and garlic.
Exactly.
Therefore, garlic aioli.
So, yeah. But, yeah. So, I'm gonna make that, put the aioli on the bread, and then slice some tri-tip, throw it on there. And then we got cheeses if you want cheeses, and I'll bring you one over.
Okay, sounds good.
Or tell you to come get one before the game starts or something. One of the two.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is the curse of the West Coast right now. Because if the game was in Detroit, I think they would have put the Ravens game as the night game. Right? They would just... The only reason that you're getting San Francisco late is because it's West Coast.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, well, we can't make San Francisco go any later. So, and they can't be the early game because that would be way too early for everybody over here. They could have.
be a 10 o'clock game. Who cares?
Well, for everybody here, but you know the way they are. Like, they played the coasts. Whenever it happens, they put the other game on first if it's on the East Coast versus on the West Coast.
We might as well just go into our picks.
Well,
talk about football.
That was what was next on the docket anyway.
Hey, whoa, don't yell at me.
No, I'm going to yell. Oh, let's see how we're going through. But what, you know, either way the game goes, I just, you know, I want a fun game. I want it to be a good game. You know, the last week against Green Bay, the defense showed up at the end of the game. I'd like them to actually be more in it, but also field conditions. And the only thing that I'm going to say about that game, and I agree with what a lot of people are saying, and I'm not saying that he's quarterback Jesus or anything like that, but the amount of disrespect that Brock Purdy gets.
Oh, yeah, he gets a shitload of it.
For everything that he does, because he is last. I watched a clip from that. I don't know why it popped up, but it was Undisputed. I fucking hate what's-his-face.
Oh,
you know, cowboy lover, what's his name? And Keyshawn Johnson's kind of a dick too. Don't get me wrong. Skip
Bailey. Keyshawn Johnson's been a dick crybaby since he played football.
Yeah, I know. So, but they're going off and being like, "Oh my God, you know, he didn't make these things," and Keyshawn's talking about, "Oh, he's just a dink and dunk passer," and these things. And like, if you compare the stats between him and Jordan Love relied almost on screens entirely.
Yeah, sorry.
But
what's up, Scott?
Yeah, Skip Bayless.
Sorry, I saw the red and the D. I thought it was. I'm like, how the fuck is Crystal telling us that?
Oh Jesus!
And then I realized, oh, that's fucking Scott.
But yeah, they were going down, and then Richard Sherman came back, and he's like, dude, like, look at the things that he's led this year in the league. Best attempts over 20 yards, quarterback rating, yards, you know, with everything. And the thing is that he even said that you have somebody like Mahomes, and when Mahomes had his like MVP year, he had receivers that gained a lot of yak. And you guys criticize Purdy. Oh, well, he doesn't get his yards based on his throws. He gets them on his yak. All good quarterbacks do.
Yeah.
What good quarterback or excellent quarterback? And then Keyshawn says, well, he's not playing at it. He's not an elite quarterback because he doesn't play at that elite level. And then Sherman's like, you guys just keep moving the goalposts up for the guy.
Yeah.
Because he was picked last. And then Keyshawn was like, well, you know, it must be the way you're defending Purdy is because how you were picked. Because Sherman was picked in the 5th round.
Yeah.
And as much as I hated him when he was a Seahawk, listening to him and actually like hearing him talk about the game, I really like the guy now.
But
his attitude when playing was always shit.
Well, I get you, but at the same time, he was just passionate. You know, I've always been a big fan of him.
But
and just in general, that's why, like I'm saying, because he's always kept his nose clean. He never got into trouble. That's why when that
Except
thing happened,
one time.
I was saying, when that happened, my first reaction wasn't these fucking idiot players.
Right.
My reaction was something must be seriously wrong with him because you've never heard anything bad about that guy ever.
I think some of that was probably him trying to deal with the fact that nobody really wanted him anymore.
It could have been
as a player.
Yeah.
And maybe he thought that he was completely done, and he probably was, you know, his ego took a hit.
He could have.
And that's my assumption because, you know, he had his best years of all of his years in Seattle, and he had a couple of good years in San Francisco. It's odd to see how much he roots for San Francisco with only playing with them for 2 years. And even he came out and said it's because of the culture. There's tons of guys that I played with that I love there and that are still there. And he's like, it's because of the coaches, because they're some of the best coaches. And they took a chance on him when nobody in the league was even willing to entertain him coming through.
See, people don't understand. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. There must be someone on the roof or something over there.
Oh.
I just saw someone standing up there. I was like, what? We got a Mexican. People don't understand about the culture and the locker room and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
They don't think it's that big of a deal. And it fucking is. Like I said, the whole thing with, look at the Raiders. They wanted Pierce. Fucking Max Crosby, who wants to die a fucking Raider, wants to retire as a Raider. I should say not die. You know, that's the wrong word. But,
I mean, he could.
Yeah, well.
Well, I mean, retired,
but he was like straight out like, I can see how shit's going. Like, Gruden got witch hunt, got fired, should have been fired, but you fire him. Then we wanted Basedia. I can never say his name right.
Whatever the guy, the special teams coach.
They wanted him, but they got rid of him. Then they bring in this fucking clown, and McDaniels, and right away you can see how look when McDaniels got fired to when Pierce took over, how the defense and everybody played. It was like a fucking different team
because they were happy with it.
Exactly, and now they believe in this guy. And they don't want to bring in some random to start all over. They like the guy who they have. They believe in him. The locker room believes in him, and that's why they were like fighting so hard. Like the stars were like, look, you get rid of him, trade us. We don't want to play here. And I'm glad Mark Davis had enough sense to pull his head out of his ass and do that. It's such a big dynamic in all sports. Fucking look at the A's.
Oh, if you wanted to...
Cespedes.
Yeah, that was
the year. That year, we should have... I mean, you never know when you get to the World Series, but we had the best record in baseball. We were dominating everybody, not just in our division, the whole baseball. They trade off Cespedes for fucking Lester from Boston because they thought they needed some more pitching. And we went in the month of August. We did so shitty. If they didn't have that extra wild card spot for the playoffs,
we were knocked out.
We would have been knocked out. But because they had that extra wild game, the 1 game playoff, we luckily got that. From the top of the fucking mountain to the fucking bottom.
Right.
In a month because of one fucking player. The dynamic of that locker room just fucking changed. And then what happened in that playoff game? Lester did what he did. I mean, he held them to 2 points.
But there was no hitting power.
There was no hitting. There was they weren't fielding the ball for shit. I still can remember Simeon missing a ground ball, routine ground ball, misses it, going right between his legs. People not catching pop flies. It was just like, what the fuck just happened to our defense?
Right. You took all the air out of that team.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say when you want to compare it to another NFL team, especially right now, look at the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles are in fucking trouble, and it's coaching because those guys for the last 5 weeks, including if you want to do 6 weeks, including the wild card game, flat.
Yeah.
Something happened to the point that the defense just was given up. Yep. They barely beat the Giants when they beat the Giants. And then they got stomped, absolutely stomped by the Giants afterwards. It's crazy.
Bye, Eagles, bye, you Santa booing douches.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's just Philly fans in general.
Yeah, Philly.
So, but yeah, let's move on to the picks. There's only 2 this week for what we've got. The first game, like we said, it's Kansas City and Baltimore in Baltimore.
I'm picking Baltimore. I don't think I just, unless Lamar or something completely falls apart, I just do not see almost anybody really beating them, any of the teams left. But Kansas City, I don't think, they haven't been as strong as they were, either. So I'm definitely going with the Ravens on this one.
Kansas City won by the, inch of their teeth last week, I should say. That
I agree, man.
But I think Baltimore is doing that, and hopefully we don't get to see Taylor Swift for the rest of the season. But yeah, I think that it's going to be closer, I think, than people think. Baltimore's defense is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like in the way that they play, the way they swarm on the ball, the way that they bring pressure directly up the middle. There have been lines that are fantastic that are just decimated by them. Yeah. It's a good team, and they have a really good secondary, and it's hard to compete with something like that. And then you look at the other side of the ball. Lamar is at the case, he and Mahomes, I would say, are at the same point when they're on the field where Lamar's wide receiver set is still relatively young. Uh-huh. He doesn't have any flashy names, except for Odell Beckham Jr., but he's not even really used that often. Yeah. He spent a lot of the season also injured as well, and then he comes back, he gets a little injury, comes back, but he's basically non-existent on that field for the most part. And I know that he wants to actually play in a Super Bowl, not just go out right away, during the first couple minutes of a Super Bowl. But you have a relatively unknown, and I think it's Mark Andrews is back, I think, as well. So I don't think he played last week, but I think he's going to play this week.
No.
So you're getting a healthy tight end who's one of the best tight ends in the league. So, but you do have, as much as I hate to be like that. You do have Patrick Mahomes who can make a lot of plays happen, but
And the refs on their side.
What Chiefs offense is gonna play? Because I think their defense is gonna do about the same as they always do. But which offense is going to be on the field? Is it going to be the ones that barely squeak by and get the points, or is it going to all of a sudden be that playoff offense that's very efficient and actually everybody steps up and you make these great plays and catches? But really, for the Chiefs, for the most part, you take out Kelsey, and it's kind of like Rice has stepped up on their wide receiver squad.
Yeah.
But you've got what's his nuts. I always forget the other guys. The rookie wide receiver that needs Stickum.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
So you have that. So it could be a very close game. But and this was the harder one of me to choose because the other one's a homer pick, right? I think it's going to be a tough game too. I think San Francisco's going to win it. I know that you're going to say Detroit, and
you don't know that.
What's your pick?
Detroit.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. I know that America, this is a weird feeling coming from this end as a fan where your team is the only team that's like that people have chosen are in your state. Yeah. Like when they say who's going to win next week, everybody's picking or rooting for Detroit. Like it is, if you look at the map, they put every state but California. It's crazy. I've never been in this situation. Usually you play the Cowboys, and it's 50-50. Even last week when we played Green Bay, it was almost 50-50 with Green Bay and San Francisco of who they thought would win, right? But this week it's like everybody's rooting for Detroit. And I get it because it's a good story.
My thing is I do want the Lions to win. I'm a big I'm a Goth fan also because when you play for Cal.
You're a Goth fan?
Goth.
You said Goth.
I said Goth.
It sounded like you said Goth.
No, I said Goth.
Well, I thought you were a good Goth fan too.
I am a Goth fan too. but also, if they do lose the Niners, I just hope it's like on a defensive play or something because I don't want them to blame Brock Purdy. I'm not a Brock Purdy hater because people say all this shit about him, but Trey Lance couldn't hang in that with all the same weapons. That fucking fraud Jimmy Garoppolo, he's a fucking fraud, dude. Everybody, he's the win. All he does is win. All he does is win. Does he? Replaced by a rookie quarterback twice? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, they replaced him with Trey because they needed to put Trey on the field.
Well,
that's why you drafted him.
Well, either way, he got replaced by a rookie, and then he got benched the next year. And then he still gets hurt when he got in the goddamn game.
Yeah.
He's a fraud. He is a fraud.
So you're calling Jimmy Fraud Garoppolo?
Yeah, pretty much. So, I can't wait to hear the news when he's off our team because if he's still on our team by March, he gets a bonus. So he'll be gone by.
Well, he's one of the top 10 free agents in the league next year.
Cool. Let him go be a fraud somewhere else. Coming to fraud up near you in a city near you.
Yeah. No, I hope it's if it is something defensive, it is something defensive. Like, again, I just want it, there's two sides. I want it to be a close game and a win, or I want it to be a blowout and a win, or I'd rather it be a blowout and a loss. Like, just having them completely blow us out, just, okay, you know what? You proved you deserved it. But I think that, in terms of, like, they got screwed in Dallas, but when you look at Detroit, and again, this will always come bite me in the butt in some way, shape, or form. A lot of, like, against the playoff caliber teams, everything's been relatively close, and they let Baker Mayfield put up a ton of points on them for what the score of that game was. I mean, Baker, if he hadn't thrown that pick at the end, he had a chance to march down the field and tie the game.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I'm not saying that they don't have a chance because that team, if there's anything that team has, is fucking hard up the fucking yin yang.
Can I tell you what really happened in that Lions Tampa Bay game?
What happened?
I contacted the team, the Lions, and I was like, can you let Tampa Bay look like they're going to win to give my boy Scott false hopes? And then, by the fourth quarter, just, fuck them over. And that's what they did. Good looking, Lions.
Good looking, Lions.
Scott's like, well, guess who's not coming to my house now, bitch?
Yeah. You wanted Red Robin? I'll show you, yum.
I got flipped off.
So, okay, so that's our picks for the week. So we're both going Baltimore, but he's going with Detroit. I'm going San Francisco for that. So, yeah, that game's going to have to be on the fucking phone as I'm driving to Santa Rosa.
Guess what everybody else gets.
I wish that he had just even done it closer. Like, I'd be fine if it was closer.
Yeah.
Like, even part of me has been thinking of, do I just want to drive to Santa Rosa and go find a place to, like, a bar or something and just go eat somewhere and watch the game and be out there? And that way I can stay to the end of the game. But, again, at the same time, like, superstitions, like, hit me. Too with certain things. Well,
why don't you just go to Nevada and watch it at your sister's house?
Because I bet they don't have a channel that you can watch on. This is one of those things that here's the streaming stuff that everything that's going on out there that people are fucking complaining about. Oh, you can't have streams with everything and all that other fun stuff that's going through.
Yeah.
We can't watch on regular TV, but then a lot of these people that have cut off their TV, they don't have anything either. So I just don't get it. Like, to me, I don't get it. That there isn't. I guess you could get rabbit ears if you lived in the area. At least have something that's local.
There's some young kid like a what?
Yeah.
They
come in like a wrecking ball.
As my niece Evie would say, what?
All right. So I just got a couple of stories here for you. So one I want to get your hot take on, and then we'll do some...
hot take.
We're going to do the Pornhub year in review, and we're going to do stories that wrestlers regret, and then we're going to play wrestling move or sex move.
Yep.
In chat, you guys can join along and decide what it is, whether it's a wrestling move or a sex move. So... I'm not going to be banning Scott. Don't worry about this thing. So, first thing up on the docket, let's do some hot takes with It Be Like That.
Hot take.
So did you hear about the WebMD stuff?
No.
Okay, so the WebMD parent company made a video that got leaked out. It wasn't supposed to go to the public, but it basically was a return to the office video. That was like a demand. Was like, we're not asking you to. We're informing you that you're going to come back to the office and work in the office. WebMD, the website. So they're making sure all their employees were going to come back in, and this caused a hubbub, right? People, how could they demand? How could they do it?
Because they're paying you, and that's where your fucking job is at.
And see, this is where like a lot of people would probably think that I side more on the other people than the company. I side with the company on this one because looking at the way even small businesses, how a company like this, right, that is more of a blue collar or white collar than blue collar company. All the blue collar guys, like, we didn't have a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How am I going to work from home? Oh, I'm going to go build your fucking cabinets or build your fucking walls, or I'm going to do that remotely. No, you can't.
Isn't it convenient? People were getting paid to stay home, but my ass had to go out and work still. And I didn't get paid extra for being out there in COVID in the pandemic.
Same thing for me with the whole thing. Oh, the pandemic, please. With everything that's going on there, look it up. But
look, here's my stance on this.
I think it's just stupid. I get it that you don't like people don't like being told stuff, but at the same time, I don't think he's wrong. Did they handle it wrong? Maybe, but he's not wrong. Get your ass back in there.
Here's my thing. If you're allowed to work, even if it's a job that you know you can do from home, if the company allows you to do that, then cool. Right. No problem. I don't, who would have a problem with that? I mean, I would. I don't want to sit at my house all fucking day. I want to go out and do my job where I'm supposed to and then come home. That's just me. But if they allow you to work at home, fine. But just because you can do it at home, if a company's paying you and they want you in fucking office, then tell fucking shit. You're going to go work in fucking office because they're the ones paying you. And if you're not happy with that, then quit and go find another job.
Yeah, and
that's how I look at it. Like, if you're able to work from home, cool. But I mean, I personally, it boggles my mind about how you want to sit at your house all fucking day. Even if you're in a warehouse, at least you're getting out, you're driving, you're getting away from shit at the house. You can do your job and come home. That's just me, and I get it. Not everybody thinks like me. But like I said, if a job is willing to let you work from home, then cool, whatever. But if they change that policy, then tough shit. All these people, oh, well, fuck, I'm not going to go do that. Well, they can't tell me that. Well, yeah, they're the ones paying you. They're the job. That's the job. They want you in office, then you be in office. You were doing it for fucking years and years and years because of some stupid fucking virus. Now all of a sudden you got to go work from home for a year or two. Now, oh, well, I'm not going back to office. Well, tough fucking shit. Everybody else has to go out and do what they have to do.
Right.
Deal with it. Be a fucking adult.
Right. And that was always my thing. Like, that it's cool if the company allows you to do it, or, you know, that you were hired specifically to do remote work or whatever it is. Fine. No problems. Right. Where, like, even with my company that I was with, like, I literally saw it with something, because it would become so hard with smaller companies in general to actually get in touch with somebody to be like, hey, I need this, or I need that, or I need to talk. Well, I'm being scheduled all over this place, where when we finally were all in the office together, I could walk over real fast. Hey, you got a second? Takes me 2 seconds to get what I need from you, rather than ping you over a fucking chat program and then 4 hours later you finally respond to me.
Yeah.
When I needed it 4 hours ago, oh no, don't worry about it. I decided to do research on my own to go get that information, where I could have gone right away and you would have told me exactly what it was, and like, or sparked my thoughts or whatever. I get those things. Now, what probably upset some people is that it was mostly like management that was a part of this video and telling everybody you have to get back to work. And even at one part, like the HR, one of the senior members of the HR team in the video said, your manager will be in touch shortly about how this will be implemented and tracked. And again, there is a way that you could say it's mandatory, everybody's coming back, but they basically were in the video saying, hey, if you don't come back, you're fired. And that upset a lot of people, which, hey, sometimes that's just what's got to happen. Because what would have happened to those of us that were going in every day and we just said, you know what? No, you're going to just keep paying me, but I'm not going to go in and do these things. You know, you're going to stay here. And then nothing would have, we would have been fired because we weren't doing our job. Or there would have been a lot of customers upset because we didn't do our job. All this stuff going on with all of this. Yeah. It's just, I find it ridiculous on the employee side, other than, hey, we're going to transition. You guys need to come back in, so you need to figure out how you're going to do this. Yeah. Right? Yeah, we got the noise of Ace in the background.
He forced his way through.
Forcing his way through the little baby gate that I've been blocking, probably because he has to go potty, and now he's going to poop downstairs while we're recording the rest of the podcast.
Sweet. Hope I don't step in. Look, like I said, if your job is cool enough to let you work from home and that's what you want to do, cool. But if they change the policy to have a hissy fit about it, that's where it's like, get over it and be an adult. I'm sorry. And it's proven that work is more productive in the office than when people are at home.
It is. And I will say, I'll give the caveat with certain exceptions. There are certain jobs that could just be done remote, and whatever it is and however you do it. We're learning that customer service with people with call centers and that type of shit, like, that's being done. But even fucking call centers, fuck you, because that whole shit with Kaiser was ridiculous. Like, having to deal with those bitches and getting finally getting my fucking medication done and all fixed out. I told you what the problem was, right?
Yeah, the doctor left.
The doctor, he moved to another fucking department in Kaiser.
Where was I? I think I was taking a shit. Oh no, I was taking a shower. But I had your stream on just to have it on, and I laughed out loud when I heard you say, "Well, I found out that my doctor left, and that's why they can't get a hold of him." And I went, "Fucking A!"
But even calling into them, man. So I had to go. I went through the app, called the number that was there. They said, "Call this number, and you'll be able to speak to somebody." Right? I'm like, "Fine, okay. I'm gonna call and figure out this whole thing." Then I get to the pharmacy. Then the pharmacy number that's in there says, "Oh, we're sorry. Due to technical difficulties, you can't talk to anybody. Bye." And it just fucking hangs up on you. Doesn't do anything else. So then I get into the chat, right? And I finally get somebody in chat, and, Catalina has joined the chat. I say, "Hello?" There's nothing. And then it closes me out of the chat. She ends the chat after I've said like 6 things within the chat. So I did it again. And I called to talk to anybody. And then they give me a whole different number. an entirely different number than what's on the website. And I'm like,
is the
are
issue.
you fucking kidding me? If you just had somebody there to talk to right away, then this would be done, rather than doing 17 different steps and hiding every number that you need to fucking talk to somebody.
This isn't the issue with people being allowed in this country to not hire people to be doing the job in this country, and they're allowed to outsource to other countries. That's where the problem is.
Oh, yeah, call
Hence
centers.
why Crystal just lost her job, was because instead of training them to do the streaming shit, no, we're going to go do the third party, the people who don't understand anything about the shit, and they would transfer everybody to the DVD side, and either they had to help them or transfer them back and say, hey, we can't help you because we're not streaming. And then what would they do? Transfer them right back to DVD because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right. And this was always my talk with my boss when he was like, oh, well, why don't we do like a call center or like AI chat? AI chat and AI bots are so fucking stupid. They do not help you, period. They don't know. And what ends up happening, I'm sorry, I can't get to that. I'm going to have to connect you with somebody. So why don't you just have the fucking person there in the first place?
Exactly.
Instead of doing all these things and making me jump through 17 fucking hoops to get to this point, to that you're going to let me now talk to somebody because I couldn't talk to somebody before. This is making me feel like old and fucking crotchety.
No, I get what you're saying.
At the same time,
true.
it's just like you're not giving a personalized response to anybody. If you use a call center, you're basically teaching them how to do it. Yes, is it going to save you money in the long run? Because, yeah, I can get a call center of 7 people for the price of 1 local employee here in the U.S. I get that. And for me to be competitive as a business, that's the way that I need to go so that I can maximize the profit that I'm getting. I totally get that. But your service and your reputation as a company is going to fucking suck. It's going to be complete shit. That's the way it is. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And then you're not going to care because you're going to be like, I'm saving a bunch of money anyway, even though a bunch of fucking idiots are doing the job.
Yeah, and it's not even Geico.
It's not even Geico. But yeah. But it's just ridiculous. Yeah, Catalina lost her fucking internet connection, my ass. You know,
she went to the wine mixer.
She went to the
Boats
wine
and
mixer.
hose.
But it's just like, even when I finally talked to them, I got the message back, said, "Oh yeah, your doctor's not there." And then I got another one, that was like, "Oh well, we upped it, but you got to make sure you talk to somebody to call the number." I called the number, talked to the lady on the phone, like, "Okay, I need to figure out a new doctor then. If my doctor's gone, how do I do this?" "Well, I can't really look at it, so you need to call this one and select this line because, can't you transfer me?" "Okay, I'll transfer." And they transfer me to the main fucking menu. And then when I finally got somebody new that helped me a bit, they're like, "Why are you talking to me? Because I'm not the one that handles this. It's not our department." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, literally was to him, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Said, "She transferred me to you because she said," and I called the right one, which was member services for fucking Kaiser. And that whole thing was ridiculous. And again, I feel like such an old, like that fucking video that that Josh shared with me of the guy trying to pay his tolls and putting the coins in. The coins aren't fucking working because the thing's not coming up on the screen. And that's where that sound like, "God bless it," like comes from, that they use on the Woody Show and everything like that. But that's the way I felt. Like, you guys are sending me in 7 different circles to something that, as he explained to me,
the 7 circles of hell.
Well, that you had to do on Kaiser's website. And he said, "Well, I don't use the thing they gave me because it doesn't really work. I just go to Kaiser's website, but I can't answer certain questions because I don't have fucking Kaiser." You work for Kaiser and you don't have Kaiser as your health care? That means you don't work for Kaiser.
Yeah.
You work for a fucking call center.
Yeah. In a different country, most likely.
Well, at least I think he was in the U.S. because it was a pretty
howdy, partner.
It was a very thick Boston accent.
Oh,
like stereotypical Boston accent. Gotta get the car out of here.
Let me get the car. You ever hear a Boston woman orgasm? Hana, hana. I'm gonna stuff my face with Preference Farm.
Sorry for a little side rant about fucking Kaiser and their customer service, but that's the way that this is. I get it that people will be upset because they're forcing you to go back into, and a lot of the people that were commenting on certain things were like, well, it's an online company. Why do you need to be together and blah, blah, blah. It's like, these people shouldn't be getting upset.
Else.
Exactly.
That's my biggest thing. Sorry, I know I interrupted you. That's my biggest thing is, oh, well, this is the only company. So why? Because if this is where the corporate is, and this is where they want you to be, and they're the ones paying you, and they're the ones doing the health care, and you're 401, and blah, 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 then that's where they want you to be at. Right. You fucking start your own job or your own company, and you say you can just work from fucking home, and then you don't have any problems. But this is their company, and this is how they want to run their fucking business. So quit crying about it and find another job, or shut the fuck up and go in.
Yeah, I agree. That's everybody.
It's just so annoying how much these freaking people are crybabies.
And it really is the thing is, the only reason that we're hearing about it is because this internal video leaked by accident, right? Because I'm sure that Facebook probably did something similar, because everybody was kind of bitching, oh, Facebook to make us go back in. So what? That's where you work. And it's true. It is true that when you guys are all together, then you work better.
But they also...
It's true. Yeah. It's true. And it's not saying it for everybody.
But the other thing,
giant corporations, it's totally true.
And you also got to think of the effect also. If they're not in that building, that's less people that have a job, because there's less people cleaning the building, less people delivering food and supplies to the building, people receiving the stuff, cooking the foods, or whatever the fuck. I know usually those tech places have big kitchens and shit, so that's why I'm just throwing that in there. But I'm just saying, so now, because your sorry ass wants to sit at home, that's affecting other jobs, and I can already see, well, whatever, it's not my problem. But I mean, I'm just saying, it affects the economy now, because now there's less people working. Why is everything getting so expensive? Probably because the economy sucks, you stupid fuck.
Well, and these places have multi-year leases that they have nobody in them still.
Yeah.
So, they're, again... Yeah, okay, wah, giant fucking company, WebMD, Facebook, whoever the fuck they are. Well, we shouldn't be crying over these companies, but I'm like, it's not just the big companies that are getting fucked by these types of things. It's also the small companies, and that's one of the things that affected even the company I worked for, that people just didn't want to be in there. And some people worked really well at that, and some people just don't.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you're saying, I agree with what you're saying, wham, Facebook or whatever, right? But here's the thing. Yeah, they have the money to be able to do that. These smaller companies don't. And if it's affecting the big companies, it's also going to be affecting the small companies. The difference is, like I said, the bigger companies can handle having an empty building like that, even though it's wasting money, but they can handle that. The smaller businesses can't.
Right.
So once again, more businesses go out, less people are working, unemployment goes up, economy gets to shit again.
Right.
There's shit rolls downhill. Figure this out.
Right. I agree. All right, so we're going to go through
porn stuff.
Let's do porn stuff.
Hey, Will.
Wait. You want
that?
Yeah. All right. So this is I just want to do a quick rundown of the 2023 year in review. So this isn't like the whole thing where things are going. This is for Pornhub specifically.
Actually,
because we're mixing a couple things together.
And this weekend is the porn awards.
It's the AVN awards this weekend. Oh, hey, look at that! Who's up for best butt plug this year?
Don't know.
Best three-way featuring a raccoon goes to Jenna Jameson.
Oh.
What? She's still doing porn? But yeah, so this is the review of things.
A porn star just died recently.
Really?
Yep. I knew the name too.
Did she choke on something? Or?
No, I think she OD'd.
I know
Scott's gonna recognize this name, Jessie Jane.
I actually recognize that name.
Yeah, there you go. We've all tugged one out to her before.
We've all seen Jessie Jane before. Yeah,
so everybody go out there and do one last tug to her. And you got to play the what's it? Taps.
Rest in penis. Is that what you're going to be kidding? Oh God, no! If you can play taps with your penis, I'd be very impressed. The thing is you can't use your hand. You have to use it to like move the trombone. If you have going on. Anyway,
rest and come.
So these are the searches that defined 2023 on Pornhub. So we see these are the 5 most searched things that was there. I'm going to ignore what the fuck you said. So just letting you know, we're just going to move on.
I knew you would.
All right. So number one, the biggest trend that defined Pornhub was the golden age. Mature searches grew by 77% from last year. And MILF became the second most term worldwide, while DILF terms, including muscle DILF, grew 71% because they're looking, for us, the muscle DILFs. And then granny searches gained 132% with GILF.
Oh, shit.
So in terms like sexy granny and hot GILF.
What are you doing, step gilf?
Good Lord. Supersize. The terms big, bigger, and biggest grew by 177%, and searches for huge tits, huge cock, and huge dildo by 67%. Even massive searches were up by 91%, while big boobs expanded by 78%, and big booty was 83% bigger.
I don't know, man, bro. I like boob. Like I'm a boob dude. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a little bit of everything, but more boob. But yeah. I don't care. It doesn't have to be big. I've said this about 4 times this fucking week. Boobs keep coming up. But when it comes to boobs, I'm like the Oscar Mayer Wiener song. I like big ones, small ones, ones that climb on rocks, even ones with chicken pox.
Yeah, you want to stay away from those ones too. Cause
I've already had chicken pox.
Getting chicken pox on your tongue sucks.
I've already had chicken pox, so.
On your tongue, though?
You can only get it once.
But you can get shingles.
Yeah, well, shingles ain't chicken pox, bitch.
It's a derivative.
But it does
But
not
you can still get shingles from chicken pox.
Nah, I'm okay.
Anyway, so so even massive searches were up. Like I said, that there. So big tits category by 31%, and Scott's favorite, the BBW, gained 24% to join this year's top 20, just behind big ass and big dick. It's so weird to me that people especially men search for big dick porn.
Oh, how do you know it's men? How do you know it's men searching?
Do you see a lot of small dick porn that's popular?
But what I'm saying is, how do you know it's not women looking that up?
Because men want to see a woman totally railed by a big dick.
I don't
either. But that's
like one of my least favorite parts. You're like getting into it, and all you see is dick and pussy, dick and pussy. I'm like, I don't need to see that. I know what it looks like. Also, let me look at her face and her titties bounce.
But that's also the thing that bothers me about a lot of porn.
This is for a mature audience.
Well, that's what it's marked for. That a lot of the porn that's out there is like doggy style, and I'm like, I don't want to look at her back.
Oh, if it's a nice booty.
No, I don't care. I want to see I want to see the tits. I want to see the face. I want to see the tits.
No, you want that angle where it's doggy style, but you still got that.
They don't do that though. They focus just on the ass and the penis going into the fucking thing. Then. Oh, okay. I know what angle
you got to go down those rabbit holes of porn. You probably find one and go, "This will work."
No,
you got to go through a few things.
You don't know my porn watching when I'm getting into it.
you
think it's a 5-minute session? Ass.
You got to Randy Marsh it. You go through different videos as you're in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway,
you've
sex
never done
machines.
That? You just stay on one video. You never switch it up in the middle. Oh, see, no. You're not doing it right.
I'm doing it fine. Doing it for me. I'm sure Crystal wants to hear all about my porn watching and self-loving, speeches here.
Hey, you're the one that said she turned you on the other day on stream.
No, she turned me on to it. You cut it. So fuck you. Anyway, sex machines. And no, I've not said that same thing.
I am sex machine. Sex machine.
Top trending search for Android grew 1,689%, including terms like Android cosplay and Android roleplay. I guess Androids really are bigger than iPhones.
Kong dong rails, tiny Latina.
Kong dong, Jesus Christ. Robot searches like sex robot and 3D robot grew up by 304%, and machine searches like sex machine were up 88%. So that's only because
was you bigger robot?
Well, that was only because Schwarzenegger was in that one school trying to find the dad that was trying to arrest.
I'm saying if a package showed up to your house, it was a sex robot.
No, I would hate myself.
What?
Yeah,
you wouldn't try
myself.
it? Come on, bro.
Why?
Why not? It's animatronic. It's moving around.
It doesn't matter if it's animatronic.
Yeah. It's Johnny 5.
It got hit by lightning. No, tread marks that you're gonna get on your fucking chest from that thing.
No, listen. It got hit by lightning. She's real now.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. This is mannequin.
No, it's not
Fucking
mannequin.
at night, she's gonna fucking like turn into a statue over there, or during the day, and then at night here she is alive. Oh, you can fuck me, I'm real. Until the next morning, then you gotta clean her up.
No, she'll go hard and it'll.
What if she gets pregnant and turns into a fucking mannequin? It's gonna kill the fetus.
Plastic. Can you imagine she's in the middle of giving birth and then it turns to day and it just everything goes freezes up. She's
Am I gonna give birth to Chucky's son? Is that what's gonna happen? I always forget the fucking shit face. Yeah. Anyway, NPC searches grew by 1,540%, driven by an increase in video game related searches in 2023. I think the NPC search comes from those videos that were really popular on TikTok for a while, where the people were getting like the rose and they're like, yum. You know, well, that shit like that. Uniforms grew by 243%, led by military uniform, cop uniform, and man in uniform.
And what uniform?
Man in uniform.
Oh, man in uniform. I'm sorry.
Soldier searches gained 332%, while female soldier outranking military soldier and gay soldier.
See, if gay soldier or men in uniform, do you think guys are looking up men in uniforms that like if they're not gay?
Could be.
Could be women doing that.
Could be men looking. I bet you it's still more men. I bet you if you looked at the percentage of men going to Pornhub versus women.
Who the fuck goes into Pornhub search a straight male and wants to look up something regarding the guy?
They could have a role playing scene that they want that a man in uniform is coming home to catch his wife cheating on him. And then he joins in.
I mean, like cotton act or wife swap or something like that.
Some people want it specific.
But, yeah, well, if they're adding stuff with guy, then they're not completely straight.
See, uniform and soldier searches were often combined with terms like uniform cosplay, soldier roleplay, or soldier amateur. So roleplay and cosplay would fit that.
But that's different if you're asking for that. But if you're saying I want man in uniform, then that's
you're looking for soldier cosplay man in uniform.
Why soldier? If you put soldier uniform or cosplay, you're just saying. You talking about for the female. You're not talking about the guy.
Yeah, but some people want that roleplay.
Who is putting in?
Talk to Scott.
Huh?
Talk to Scott.
Scott, when you do your search for porn,
and as we move on,
do you put anything in the search box that's going to refer to for the guy?
Sexual healing, number 5. Worldwide therapy searches were up 344%, including increases
therapy.
Therapy. 566% in Canada and 541 in Australia.
How's their pie?
Physical healing led to the results such as massage therapy, so that would be in that physical healing. You've seen plenty of massage porn, 70% by 76% up.
Maybe
therapy sex 121%.
Therapist takes advantage of patient. Maybe
lonely house husband.
Once again, I'm not searching for dude, so.
Professional terms like massage therapists were up 62%, sex therapist by 55%, and personal trainer by 85%. And then it goes if you want to do most search terms for 2023. Hentai, number 1 at the top. They've got MILF, lesbian, Japanese, Panay.
What the fuck's Panay?
Filipino.
Oh.
That's Filipino girls. Anal, Asian, Latina, big ass, stepmom. Stepmom dropped. Anime, threesome, ebony, massage, cream pie, big tits, gangbang, BBC, blowjob, femboy. It rose 12 points. Did you know there was another survey that came out said that most red states their highest search term was femboy, most like Republican heavy areas, which is it's the way that it is. Some people searching for shit. Most searched porn stars: Abella Danger. I have no idea who she is. She kind of looks like, what's her name? Ariana
Grande.
Angela White, Ava Elfie, Lana Rhodes, Violet Myers, and Riley Reid. Nice. And Mia Khalifa did not move up or down.
Riley Reid, I remember one of her first videos when she first got into the business.
Yeah.
I think I own it. It was a compilation one.
It was a compilation?
I've heard of. I'm looking through these names. I know who. Obviously,
Lana sounds familiar.
Khalifa. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows Mia Khalifa.
Or Mia, yeah. Violet Myers. I know she's a Hispanic one. Nice. Mm-hmm. I've heard the name Lena Paul.
Skylar Vox. Do you know Ray Lil Black?
No.
She's Japanese.
I haven't heard of that one.
No. She had some big breakout thing a couple years ago and was like really big.
Alexis Texas is still in there?
Yeah,
Respect, girl! Where the
yeah.
fuck's Tara Patrick? Some bullshit.
I don't know. She's not in the search. You're looking for younger models.
I'm gonna fuck. Alexis Texas is like 55 years old. What are you talking about?
The rise and she's in the granny part. She's in the gilf part. If gilfs are way
She's not
up,
that
so is
old.
Alexis Texas.
She's not that old, but I'm just. I mean, like everybody knew Alexis
my
Texas
girl.
for that
Go
ass.
Alexis. He didn't answer your question, but he's all in on Alexis Texas.
Yeah, well,
that's
with that them butt cheek though.
Then you have most viewed amateur
I
models.
got to get on Pornhub and just type in Tara Patrick every fucking day.
You got Candy Love, Sweet Fox, Porn Force, whoever the fuck Porn Force is.
I don't know
Jenny
if I want
Lux,
to see that one.
Yinny Leon, Daniela Entree, Serenity Cox, Luxury Mirror, Luna Roulette.
These are up and comers.
These are amateurs.
So like up and comers.
Kind of, but I think, what the fuck? Who the hell is looking up this chick? I'd show it on stream, but I don't want to put Pornhub on Twitch. That is not attractive.
Which one? I can't. Which one are you looking?
Yin Leon. This one right here.
Oh, I'm looking at the left.
I'm looking at the right. That picture. She's one of the more popular ones.
What's wrong with her?
That face. Yes, you're right. There's nothing a bag couldn't solve, but that's just not.
There's nothing really wrong with her face.
She looks like fake as shit.
She looks like she's on drugs.
Probably. Most search terms. We already did this one, I think. And then these are the top relative searches, which I think the PTO guys did on their podcast as well. Where like in California, it's Asian stepmom. In Nevada, for some reason, it's Vegas.
Fucking losers.
Femdom in Colorado, Goth in Wyoming. Our friends in Indiana are chubby. Over there, Kansas, it's close up. Down in Texas, where Dave is, it's creamy. You got big boobs in Pennsylvania.
Sex dick in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, it's sex dick.
What the fuck is
Louisiana is big black dick. Ass to mouth in Arkansas.
Sex doll in Alaska.
Hawaiian. Giant tees.
Hawaii doesn't think outside the box either.
They're Hawaiian over there. Alaska sex doll, you said. Washington Central sex. Montana BDSM. North Dakota loud wet sex. Oh, they like squirters up there. Ew. Minnesota's tickling. You got up there in Minnesota, eh? So much with the purple people eaters, they're all tickling each other. You would think it would be Kirk Cousins up there.
It's a dick that has sex, duh.
It's a dick that has sex, duh. You got cartoon porn in Iowa. Double vaginal in Connecticut. They love them DPs up there.
Well, you know, if you Orgasmo, bro, DVDA shot.
Oh, that's right. We don't have Rhode Island, which I'm very surprised. I guess they
should
they
be
do.
with it.
It's right here. It's doggy style. Rhode Island is very
All the
plain.
while, I'll do it doggy style.
Vermont POV blowjob. Ebony Solo in Georgia. We got Bubble Butt in North Carolina.
Oh, jeez.
Bubble Butt.
I bet you Alexis,
Bubble
Texas
butt.
is popular in North Carolina.
Probably.
Ooh.
Ooh, a little bit of a cramp over there. And then Nebraska, you got the rub.
The rub?
Yeah, rub. It's just rub.
Oh, rub. Some of these you want to look, just like type it in to see what pops up.
You want to type
rub.
in sex dick and find out what happens there?
Yeah. Scott,
It's
look up
ridiculous.
sex dick and let us know.
All right, top 20 countries by traffic. Well, this is the last one I'll do. United States, #1. USA. Then you got the Philippines, France, Mexico, United Kingdom, Japan, Germany, Italy, and Canada.
Who's at the bottom?
At the very bottom is Sweden.
Losers.
You know who's not in here? Oh, there's the Pope. Italy. Right there underneath Germany.
I'm going to look at the porn.
Didn't he recently come out and say, like, it's okay if you do weird shit in bed, but no porn? You can't have the porn!
Deacon, bring me the holy water. It's time for me to go on the hub.
Why is it? Because, sometimes you need to see tentacles attacking people.
Not all anime porn is
That's
tentacles.
True. Not all anime porn is tentacles, but not all tentacles is anime porn. All right.
All right, let's
So,
get through this.
real fast, we got-
supposed to be heading out
We're
already.
supposed to be heading out in just a bit, but we'll do this real quick. I just want to go through a couple of these. So these are storylines that wrestlers regret doing, and I want to focus on a couple. There's ones like Randy Rhoads solves racism, that happened in 2021. But Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement in 2019 to fight in Crown Jewel. That was one because right away Triple H got hurt in the match. And that kind of, like, a lot of people see it as it ruined his retirement altogether for him to just pop out. Shawn Michaels. Because he had to come out of retirement to do that. The love triangle between Lita, Edge, and Matt Hardy.
Well, that was a real thing, though.
Yeah. But it was, it also happened out there. It was not easy on her, and she was considering quitting the WWE altogether.
Well, she's the one that did it. She cheated on Matt Hardy with Edge. That whole thing was real. Like, he fucking Matt Hardy got fired, and he came to a show and jumped Edge. And that's why why do you think they jumped on him real fast and separated him? It wasn't like they're wrestling now. No, they were trying to beat the fuck out of each other.
I got The Undertaker, his match with Goldberg in 2019.
It's because Goldberg is bad.
Well, yeah, and the fact that Goldberg's like injured a ton of people just wrestling with him, and it almost happened to The Undertaker in that match as well. I don't know if he's on this list.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Oh, I know the Vince McMahon stuff. Not going to talk about that stuff
until more comes out of it. Like, once again, I'm not going to be the person that's some of the shit that I read about it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not saying nothing happened at the same time. I don't. Some of it seems a little extreme to it.
If it comes out as extreme, then fuck Vince McMahon, I guess.
Yeah.
The once in a lifetime John Cena versus The Rock before John Cena went back to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan's very last match against Sting in TNA wrestling. Wish he would have gone out a different way, I guess. And then Matt Hardy kills Jeff Hardy's dog.
I don't even remember that.
That was back at the build-up to WrestleMania 25. So what year was that?
Oh, my God. Is he alive?
Oh, look,
is that Brig?
And Brig's just in time for us to play our final game of the day. Are you ready to play? I know I'm moving a little bit fast here, but we gotta get out of here at some point.
Yeah.
But all right.
All babe.
So I've got some that we'll do really fast.
I am alive.
And why don't we play? And now it's time to play everyone's favorite game, Wrestling Move or Sex Move. All right. So if you have never played Wrestling Move or Sex Move before, I have a list of wrestlers, or I have moves. And then sex moves, and you got to figure out, is it a wrestling move or sex move? It's super easy. And Patrick's going to be the one playing this game, and he is just wrecking himself right now.
I just hit my heel on the back of the chair.
Oh. Alex has been next to you the whole time. Well, so we're going to go through this and get ready to play. You guys can make your guesses. And Patrick, don't try to answer right away. Just give them a couple seconds. If you are right,
I'll turn off chat too, so I can't see what they think.
Okay, so if after you've made it, and if it is a sex move, you're going to hear. And if it is a wrestling move, you are going to hear. Oh my God! All right, are you ready to play? Also, you guys can take bets on how many you think the Patrick's going to get. There are 16 of these, but this game should go relatively quick. It's not, super long game. I just have to explain what the sex move is once we get to the sex move. All right. Some of these I think should be pretty easy, and some of these are going to be probably a little rough. All right, so going with the first one, the Canadian Destroyer. The Canadian Destroyer, is that a sex move or a wrestling move?
Let me know when I can answer.
All right. Chat so far has their thing. Patrick, what is your choice? And if you know the wrestler, say the wrestler if it is a wrestling move.
I don't know, but I'm going to go with wrestler.
All right. Is that a wrestling move or a sex move? The Canadian Destroyer. Chat seems to say sex. Two people say wrestling, and it is a wrestling move. That is by Petey Williams.
Okay, I've never even heard that name.
Okay, the Viennese Oyster. Is the Viennese Oyster a wrestling move or a sex move? Just count to like 5 in your head and then give me an answer.
I'm going to go with sex move.
All right. Chat so far is saying sex. Everybody's doing sex. And the Viennese oyster is... It is a sex move. And it's when the receiving partner crosses their feet behind their head, lying on their back, penetrating partner then holds the receiving partner tightly around each instep and ankle with the full hand lines on the receiving partner's thigh. So basically it's like a pounding.
Where's
they're crossing the leg.
Where the fuck's Arrow at?
I don't know. I don't know where Arrow is. Anyway, all right. Next one, we got Shell Shocked. Shell Shocked, wrestling move or sex move?
Both. No.
Probably.
Shell shock.
Somewhere. Some way, shape, or form.
All right. Okay, I'm going to answer.
Sounds like a reverse pretzel.
I'm going with wrestler.
It is a wrestling move. That is Ryback's finisher.
Yep.
Good old Ryback. All right, we got the Celtic Cross. The Celtic Cross. He seems very confident in this one.
All right. I'm going to answer in 3, 2,
Brig says something.
1. We're going with a wrestler move, Sheamus. It's a shameful thing.
It is a wrestling move, but it's attributed to Fit Finlay.
Oh, you're right. You fucking, they're both Irish. Same thing.
All right. They're both Irish.
You're right. It is Fit Finlay.
All right. We've got let's see, the Tower of Babylon. The Tower of Babylon. Is that a wrestling move or is that a sex move? And so far, you are 4 for 4.
Okay. I'm going to go with wrestling move, but I feel like I'm going to get bit in the ass.
The Tower of Babylon is a sex move. That is, while having a threesome, one guy goes on the other guy's shoulders. The girl has sex with one while giving the other one a blowjob.
That sounds like a fun thing. Shit.
The Tower of Babylon.
Wait, that means the guy naked bare ass is on your shoulders, though, right?
Yeah, you got balls possibly hitting you in your face. Well, depending on how short the guy is, I guess.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, so the girl's got to be relatively tall, too, if it's a tall guy.
Well, I mean, if they're having sex, though, that means they're probably on your shoulders but leaning over.
Right, so the balls probably are on your forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, we got, next up on the list, we have the wife beater. The wife beater. Is that a sex move or a wrestling move?
The wife beater.
He's teabagging your neck. That's what Crystal said for the last time.
Okay. I'm going to...
The wife beater. Is it a sex move or a wrestling move? This is all in honor of the Royal Rumble, by the way.
I'm going to go with wrestling move by Captain Sandwich.
The wife beater is a sex move.
I knew it, but I had that joke, so I had to say it.
Anal sex after shitting, then you smear it in her eyes and give her a black eye look.
Oh, Jesus. So scat play.
That is.
Oh my God.
That is the wife beater. All right, we got the Charleston Chew. The Charleston Chew, is that a sex move or a wrestling move?
Boop, 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 boop.
I should have,
boop,
next time
boop,
I'll get,
boop.
generic quiz music that I can give you so that you can do these things, but do this stuff.
The Charleston Chew.
Charleston Chew.
All right, I can't get 3 wrong in a row, but
right.
I'm going to stick with, for the 3rd time in a row, wrestling move.
The Charleston Chew. What is everybody else over here? So we've got sex, we've got wrestling, sex, wrestling, and it is a sex move. And that's a sexual act where one partner, while performing cunnilingus, adjusts such that the upper lip rests on the woman's labia, while the lower lip rests on her anus. The taint is then placed between the lips and gummed on like an old woman eating a huge rubber cock.
Excuse me?
All right. Let's get back into it. So you have gotten
I'm
3
down.
wrong. I'm down. Sometimes you just gotta gargle the gooch.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. We got trouble.
Excuse me? Guess we know what you're doing later, Mr. L.
We got the Texas Cloverleaf. The Texas Cloverleaf. Is that a wrestling move or a sex move?
Boop, 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 boop,
Do,
boop,
do,
boop, boop.
do. Non-copyright strike, even though this bod won't exist a little later.
I am going very confidently back in the win column with a wrestling
We
move.
got wrestling, and the Texas Cloverleaf is a wrestling move. And who do you know? Do you know who that was popularized
I know
by?
Dean Malenko did it.
That is who it was popularized by. All
The
right.
man of 1,000 moves, but he got outdone by Jericho, who was the man of 1,001 move.
We got Candylicious. Candylicious. Is that a wrestling move
Delicious.
or a sex move? Wrestling move or wrestling?
Candylicious. Okay, I think that's going to be a female wrestling move, but I don't know what female.
All right, we got sex. Sex. Sounds like a dive move. That is a wrestling move by Candice Michelle.
Boom!
Candice Michelle.
Undertaker's wife.
All right, we got the Dolmino Grin. The Dolmino Grin. Is that a wrestling move or a sex move?
Grin. Domino Grin. Huh. Domino Grin.
To the Candylicious, Scott says that's sex. That's when you stick a lollipop in her snatch and lick the lollipop and say, Candylicious.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go with
The Dolmino Grin.
sex move.
Dolmino Grin, we have got sex. Sex. She says something about poop. And the Dolmino Grin is a sex move. And that's what happens when you go down on a girl while she's on her period. You can get blood all around your mouth. It's called the Dolmino Grin because you get a similar effect when you have lots of pasta topped with Dolmino sauce.
I thought that was called the vampire.
So it looks like you've been chewing on a bunch of pasta.
Ugh.
I see there's a lot of oh my god no's in. All right, Trouble in Paradise. Trouble in Paradise. Is that a wrestling move or a sex move?
I'm ready to answer, so let me know when you want me to answer.
There might be a couple gimmies toward the end. All right, ready?
Yep. That would be from Kofi Kingston Coffee.
Kofi Kingston
Wrestling.
Coffee.
That's what we always call him. Kofi. Because it sounds like his name, Kofi Kingston. It sounds like it's a coffee brand. Kofi Kingston's Coffee. But it's a wrestling move.
And that is a wrestling move for Trouble in Paradise. That. All right, so we have currently 1, 2, 3 left. 3 left.
What?
Three left. The 300.
The 300?
The 300. Is that a wrestling move? Is that a sex move?
That one could be both too, for sure. I mean, like a sex move could be like right when you finish, you pound forward like you were kicking her in the chest and say, "This is Sparta." I'm gonna go wrestling move.
He's going with a wrestling move. We got sex, the 300th orgasm. That's what Alex is guessing what it could possibly be. And that, the 300 is a sex move. And you're very close. This is when you finish having sex, make sure your naked partner is at the edge of the bed near your feet. Then you yell, "This is Sparta!" and kick her ass off the bed.
Make me a sandwich.
All right. So I think we probably have two, Luna, she needs to, get in on the action. You can hear her in the background. So these probably are both very. I tried to find ones that were similar in tone, but I couldn't. Though I probably could at one point, but you should be able to get these just fine, and most people will too. All right, what is the zigzag?
Oh, that's Dolph Ziggler wrestling move.
Thanks for waiting.
Oh, sorry.
That is a wrestling move. Told you that's easy.
Well, you didn't say the way you asked it to me.
Well, I know, but I'm still getting you to guess that
my
people in
bad.
the chat might not know.
All right.
All right. And the last one on the list is the Screunicorn. The Screunicorn.
The
Is that a
Screunicorn.
wrestling move or a sex move?
Oh.
The Screunicorn.
It's okay. This one to me is too obvious to be a sex move.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go wrestling move, and I think the wrestler is Chemo from BTW.
Let's see. We got wrestling, sex. That's fucking. Straight up said that's fucking. Fucking with
That's
the
straight
Screunicorn.
fucking.
Well, as much as I want that to be Chemo's move, it's not. That is a sex move.
Damn it.
And that is when two girls strap dildos to each other's foreheads and then crawl around the room trying to penetrate each other with it. The Screunicorn. You just
Okay, I'm gonna look that up now.
The top search on Pornhub for next year is going to be the Screunicorn.
That neck power, though.
I'm sorry, what game is that? That's the new Fortnite skin. You got to make sure you pick it up today.
That's the new Bachelorette party game.
So I hope you guys all did with the new Bachelorette party game. Yeah. When did Bachelorette parties become lesbian anthems?
I mean,
there's always one. You're right. When girls get together, they will play.
there's a hole in the wall.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, there's a hole in this house. There's a hole.
I'm out of tonic water.
And we're done for this podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming out and joining on this episode. And Patrick, if you want to plug yourself, why don't you plug yourself before you wreck yourself?
Yeah, Solus64 on YouTube and Solus_64 on TikTok and on Twitch.
We have a drive ahead of us. We have to get going. So now I got to do a little bit of editing to get this up and done so that we can leave. If you want to follow the podcast, we're available on all types of platforms out there. IBLT podcast out there on Twitter and Instagram. You'd be like that podcast on YouTube, Twitch, all that fun stuff. IBLT podcast. You can find us. You can always email us as well. IBLTpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any suggestions or things that you want to hear on the podcast, let us know. As well as real or fake. Fake.
Real or fake.
I can't talk.
I have something really quick before we finish. Okay. Something I've been meaning to bring up. So Josh and Alex shout out to you guys, PTO Unlimited Podcast. Mm-hmm. You guys were talking I think you were doing like sex moves and stuff or
a guns or sex move.
Yeah, guns or sex move, whatever. One of them, what you said was the Houdini. And the description for that Houdini, I don't think is correct. From what the Houdini that I know is, you're hitting it from the back, okay? You're getting ready to finish. You pull out, you spit or whatever on the girl's back so she thinks you finished. So then she turns around and then you shoot it in her face. Like a surprise, like a magic trick. Houdini, that's a Houdini. And you can also step it up a notch and then shoot her in the face and throw some hair on her that you shaved off from yourself, and that's an Abe Lincoln.
That's an Abe Lincoln. Wonderful. There's two descriptions, she says.
The one I said is the one I knew about. So I was like, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying that's the Houdini I know.
So if you want to catch me anywhere, you can find me T_T_podcast on Twitter or Terrible Terrorist here on twitch.tv. As well as YouTube, Terrible Terror Podcast, and Toolbert, one for music, one for movie video stuff. And then the next episode of the Terrible Terror Podcast is going to be, any guesses?
The next episode?
Yeah. Cheesy 80s action sci-fi movie.
Oh, that's right.
Do
you have it picked already?
Yeah, because I still need suggestions from people. I got some good suggestions, but they're not what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. So you want cheesy sci-fi.
And the
Howard
movie
the Duck.
we're going to do is mine. I already did Howard the Duck.
Oh, that's right. You did.
I did do Howard the Duck.
The Marvel movies.
No. Well, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm doing The Running Man.
You're doing Running Man?
Yeah, I'm doing The Running Man.
Oh, fuck yes.
I've been meaning to do The Running Man for a while, but that's the type of movie I'm looking for. That has one of my favorite
Sub-Zero,
lines.
Buzzsaw,
Yep.
fucking, what do you call him? Dynamo?
Yeah.
Fucking love The Running Man.
The Richard Dawson classic, The Running Man.
Jesse Ventura's in it, wrestling, connected to wrestling again.
There you go. The Running Man is great. It's cheesy as shit.
Oh,
but
Running Man
it's
is fucking
great.
one of
And
my
again,
favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
But it's got. I'm not gonna say the line because I'll say it to him offline because I want people to listen to the episode. But it's got one of my favorite cheesy lines of all time from it because it's so ridiculously stupid that it's fantastic when you see it. So that's gonna be the movie for next week. Patrick, do you have anything to say to the everybody out there in Twitch land? Anything at all?
With any luck, the Hurricane comes out and wins the Royal Rumble.
Aren't we searching for what's his name? Gilbert?
Gilbert is awesome too, but
Gilbert should be coming out and like winning right away. I mean, it'd be better than Goldberg showing up.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody out there for listening, and we will see you guys soon.